Why shouldn't I? If nobody else has to pay for it, I shouldn't either.
Well,
matter of fact, you're discriminating against me because I can't pay for it. That's why I say if I have to go to your group to take your course, which you're going to charge me for, see, that's a poll tax right there. I can't afford to pay that.
Well, you know the mandate of cable is that it's a public entity, and the public are the ones that make the laws for the system.
Oh no, not ever.
Yeah, well, when you talk about proposals, well, for example, I have the cable Atlanta proposal, and the cable Atlanta proposal went through so many modifications by the board of directors of the city, the board of regents in the city. The city were the ones who put in pretty much all of the charters for that cable franchise.
Yeah, they do.
You know, and so the city actually.
So it's going to take the court cases to get me on, isn't it?
It really is, unless they come up with a commercial channel which commercial people become producers on, and you can then produce.
But I'm not commercial. I'll swear that up and down. Commercial is if I make a profit on it. I can guarantee you that I haven't made a profit on this in 5 years. I can guarantee it.
Okay, well, I guess.
I mean, how can I just look at what I did 10 minutes ago, and tell me that I'm a commercial entity? And I do less than break even most of the time. This Charlie's Tap gig here costs me money every week.
Yeah, I think that we're looking at commercial. It's semantics here, but I think commercial in this regard is you're taking your commerce is coming from the public. You're taking money from the public to do what you're doing. You're not doing this free. You're not doing this not for profit.
I'm not only doing it free, I'm doing it at a loss. Come on. You think I make money at this? This here is all paid for with fucking loans that I take out. And then I work to do the rest of it. There's no way you can do this for money with home equipment. I mean, I start putting tapes up, okay? I'm going to give you half of what I make. Okay? Half of what the tape makes. I'm going to do the other. Now, at no point does that cover my time. Either in copying or anything else. It won't even come close to covering the cost of getting the machinery fixed. If I sell all 20 tapes that I want to make, okay, I make $600. If one of those machines broke down at any time, it costs me $300 to $600 to either get a new one or fix it. See, that's it. I can't put out more than 20 tapes in a week. See, and if I sold them as I put them out, I could earn $600 in a week. There's no money in this. So commercial has to do with making money. You can't be commercial and lose. That's why they have non-profit status. Non-profit status means I don't make money, even though the director may be making millions.
Well, non-profit is very difficult to, you look at the Channel 2 and you say, gee, that's a non-profit company. But the millions that they make every year, still that non-profit. But yet, if you look at anyone at Channel 2 who's producing anything, they're a professional producer. They're not commercial, but they're professional.
They're professional, yeah. They are professional producers, yes. But you can be professional without being commercial at all. I personally don't even think I'm professional. It doesn't pay me. Professional means that it pays me. My profession pays me, and this doesn't pay me.
Well, profession, I don't know.
I consider myself an artist and never a commercial artist. And I've never made any money at it, so I can't imagine I'm a professional artist. See, I know some that are. I know some people who make damn good money at it. Just doing art. They're professional artists and they produce a lot of schlock as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes they put out great shit. Yeah. But mostly they're. So I'm disturbed by it. I have a lawyer I'm talking to about it now because I believe that, and he believes that I have a case on it.
Yeah, it's public information. What you might want to do is just go to the city, the franchise.
I got one.
You got one. And look at the section. See what
the lawyer's looking at it and he's saying that if I take him to court, I should have them. 3 of them.
Good. Good.
See? The only difficulty I have on any of it, and the only way I have them, is I have to have the other people who want to jump into the case.
Class action.
Yeah, because they've been discriminated against in their town. See, I don't live in Watertown or Somerville. See, so I can't go after them for public access where I don't live there. But the people who I had take the tape in, see, from the town, will have to get into the suit. So I'm talking to them now. And they did a lot of shit. I've watched now as going through this, because I've always wanted to do it on a level. I would like to be able to give on a library system a series of tapes out to cable companies to run around the country. See, and I don't do any porn. Personally, I don't do anything my mother can't see. Okay, that's my rule. If my mother couldn't watch it, and she's a preacher's wife, I won't do it. See, now the poets over here, sometimes they get pretty raunchy. There are poems that I won't put on my tapes. You know, just because my mother wouldn't want to hear that. That would not be something she'd you know, so I wouldn't do that. But now I lost it. That's where I'm going to. I think that if I can do that and set up a library system where all kinds of video people can do this. See, they put this equipment out, and it's shit, comparatively. At the same time, I can do Charlie's Tap with this stuff, and I can do it without changing the thing at all. Okay? Just exactly what they were doing before I walked in now. They didn't turn up the lights, they didn't do nothing. Okay? That's what I like about this stuff. I can shoot at that light level without walking in with cables and 6 people and see, there's no reason why Charlie's Tap couldn't be on television every week on that public access channel. Except, oh no, you have to use our equipment and take it. Well, their equipment is this size. And I set it up in there on a tripod. I take up 4 tables instead of the one I take up now.
It's all politics, though. At the end of the year, they have to say our equipment went out so many times to so many people from Somerville.
But they're not using upwards of 14 hours a day on their public access stations.
They're training people, and they're building that every month.
Well, train people, I can fill it today. You can still train the people. Well, open up a new channel when that gets tired.
But, you know, I'm sure they've got, you know, I know that, well, again, just going on the Atlanta model, we had every single channel allotted, even though at the time it was taking years to fill those channels and put what was supposed to be on those channels.
Oh, yeah.
But every single channel was allotted. And public access only had so many channels. And again, that's where the cable system generally, aside from the marketing and sales, meets the mandates of the city. And that's where they can always just put right up to the city. I mean, they were politicking. They had the politicians who were the people who signed off on their franchise in their public access programs.
Sure they do.
You know, and the numbers, the hours, I was bullshit personally, because they only had, when I got there, they only had 3 hours of public access on.
Yeah.
I was doing stuff personally that I could have put on, but of course, you know, I could, you know.
Why couldn't you put it on?
I mean, I didn't have the time, and I never made an issue with it.
Well, by God, I'm getting bullshit. And you know what they did? They had a meeting here. Cambridge had a meeting of video producers. And there's a bunch of people in Cambridge that produce their own video. Only they didn't have any video producers there. They had all film producers. They didn't even invite any video producers. See? They didn't invite the people to shoot the rock and roll bands or any of those people. They invited only the film producers to this meeting.
The money people.
Yeah. Which I thought was interesting. I heard about it 2 days after it was over.